Dear children, next chapter is chapter 9. Special purpose books are subsidiary books. Here, subdivision of journal. Here we have seen that all the transactions which are taking place in the business organizations are recorded first time in the journal. But when the number of larger transactions become larger and larger, then it is difficult to record all those transactions in journal. In such a case, the journal is divided, and that is a subdivision of journal. It is divided into 5 books. One cash book in which all the cash transactions are recorded, and purchases book in which only credit purchases or purchase of goods are recorded. Sales book in which the credit sales transactions are recorded, and purchase return book in which the purchase returns. Purchases, we have purchased goods, and if you are returning them to the creditors, then those are recorded, the details of which are recorded. Likewise, if any customer returns the goods after taking it, those are recorded in the sales return books. These are known as the subsidiary books. 2 more books are there: bills receivable book, bills payable book. Those are not in our syllabus. Now, by this, what are the advantages? First, efficiency. You see, here cash book is written by the maintained by the cashier. He goes on recording the cash transactions in the cash book. And purchases book is recorded by another person. Sales book is maintained by another person. Likewise, by that efficiency of the person will be increased in recording the transactions. Next, saving of time. See, if a person goes on recording all the transactions, it takes such a lot of time. If it is divided and every person records a lesser number of transactions in comparison to the one person who records all the transactions, it saves time and availability of information. See, so cash transactions are recorded in the cash book, and if you want to go through, you can find out all the cash transactions in the cash book. Likewise, credit purchase transactions are recorded at one place. Credit sales transactions are recorded at one place, and so on. Means all the information relating to particular thing can be found out at a single place. And facility of checking. By this, see, if we record the transactions separately in separate books, we can check them easily, and it helps in checking the transactions. Responsibility. Suppose if there is any error in recording the purchase, credit purchases, then the person who maintains this book will be held responsible. Likewise, if there is any error in the sales book, he will be held responsible, the person who maintains that book. These are the advantages of the subdivision of journal. The subdivision means the journal work is divided into 5, and another is a bills receivable book and bills payable book. Of course, that is not in our syllabus. Now let us see one by one and how to record the transactions in all these books. First one is the cash book. It is one of the special purpose book. It is also called a special subsidiary book. Cash book is a special purpose book in which cash receipts and cash payments are recorded. If the businessman receives cash against anything, against sales or any other receipt is received from the customer, so those are recorded. And cash payments, if he makes the payment in cash, that is also recorded. Only cash and cash receipts and cash payments are recorded. That register is known as the cash book. It is a special purpose book because in which only cash transactions are recorded. Cash and bank transactions also, of course. So here, what are the features of the cash book? Only cash and bank transactions are recorded, and receipts are recorded on the debit side, that is left hand side of the book, and payments are recorded on the credit side of the cash book. And here transactions are recorded in chronological order, means in the order of the performance. As and when the transaction is performed, first transaction is recorded first, and then second transaction, and then third transaction. That is a date wise in chronological order. Next, cash book acts as a journal as well as ledger. Important point here: when cash book is maintained, the cash account is not opened in the ledger. So it acts as a journal, and it is also prime book, book of original entry, and book of final entry also, as it acts as a journal as well as ledger. This is the introduction of cash book. Now cash book is divided into two. There are two cash books, means one simple cash book and another double column cash book. In simple cash book only cash transactions are recorded, whereas in double column cash book, that is cash book with bank column, so it's the register in which both bank transactions are recorded and cash transactions are also recorded, that we will see. Now let us see once again in brief the division of journal. When the journal work is become larger, that means the number of transactions become larger, the work is divided into the different books: cash book, purchases book, sales book, purchase return book, sales return book. Cash book, it is the register in which only cash transactions and bank transactions are recorded. Purchases book, credit purchases, and in sales book, credit sales are recorded. Purchase returns details are recorded, and sales return means the goods sold, the returned back, the returned by the customers are recorded separately. By maintaining these books, means by division of the journal, what are the advantages? Work is divided into the 5 people, and efficiency can be, when the work is divided, a person goes on doing the same work, by that his efficiency will be increased, and it saves time also. And availability of information relating to the one thing is found in one place, and the facility of checking if there are any mistakes, so that can be, of course it is it facilitates checking of the transactions, and if any error is found in any of the book, that person who maintains will be held responsible for that mistakes. This is about the advantages of the subjournals. Now let us see cash book. One among the first one is the cash book. It is a special purpose book or subsidiary book in which cash receipts and cash payments are recorded. What are the features? Of course, in simple cash book only cash transactions are recorded, and when we maintain the cash book with bank column, cash and bank transactions are recorded. And on debit side, cash receipts are recorded and bank receipts are recorded, means check received and deposited, etc. And on credit side, payments are recorded, cash payments. And the transactions are recorded in chronological order, means serial wise, one after one according to their performance. And the cash book acts as a journal as well as ledger. It is act as a journal because we are recording the transactions like in journal. And when we maintain the cash book, we need not to open the cash account in ledger separately. Why? Because it acts as a ledger. So it is both a book of original entry and book of final entry. This is about the introduction part. Now let us see the types of cash book and how to maintain the cash book.